Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this is the next video wherein I'll be explaining you certain points about Nifty. I was just looking at the charts, and this is going to be the weekly update that I'm going to be sharing with you all. And I was observing the chart and I was observing certain points which I wanted to share with you all so that it's going to help you a little bit while deciding your upcoming trades for this particular week. So yeah, you can see that Nifty is actually at a crucial level. It's at the point wherein it's making price action around the level of 18,000, and that's going to be a deciding factor for the upcoming trend that's going to be there in this particular in the market of India, which is Nifty, right? So that's going to be a deciding factor, and just wanted to share with you all because from the last 2 days we had witnessed a little bit of selling was there in the market, right? And that's something which we were expecting. If you would have seen my last week's video, I had clearly mentioned that 18,000, it's going to be a crucial resistance and it's not going to be crossed very easily, at least for this particular week. And that's what happened. Nifty started taking rejection from the point of 18,000. So the high for this particular, you can see that I believe it was on Thursday when the high was made, just at 17,968. Okay, so basically Friday was also there wherein we had seen the high was made 17,992. So from there itself it started taking the rejection, and you can see the size of this particular red candle that was formed on Friday, right? So this is clearly evident, right? We were also expecting the same thing to happen. We were expecting the market to take some kind of a rejection because if you will just take a look on the weekly chart, let me just open that for you and then you can just try to understand what's going on. So from the last continuous 4 weeks we had only seen the buying in the market, right? And we were expecting some kind of halt to be there in the market because this is something which is crucial for a healthy price action. If the buying is just continuously going on, then all of a sudden there will be a panic selling, and all of a sudden a high in volatility will be there. That's gonna lead to a panic scenario, and people gonna start just sell their position. So that is something which we don't want. A healthy price action has to be there. There has to be a proper buying in the market, and a proper selling has to be there. So 18,000 was the point wherein we were expecting the selling to happen, and that's what really happened. You can see the size of the candle which was formed on Friday. Selling was there, right? And also, if you will just take a look on the FI data on 18th of August and the 19th of August, for these 2 days selling was there, and that to be from the side of so on Friday the selling was there from the DIs, right? And so for these 2 days profit booking was there in the market, and because of which we had seen red candle to be formed. So for what we can expect for this particular week, so for this particular week what I'm expecting is that there will be a little bit of consolidation, and we should also be keeping a note of that. We should be following the trend of the market, that how exactly it is moving further. So let's just come back to the chart of on the daily basis, and we will just take certain points. So as you can see that when the market was moving on the upside, there were some kind of a gap ups. So that's going to act as a good support as of now. So we just have to keep a note of one thing, that if it's going to start, so what I'm expecting is that, as the continuous buying was there, so there's going to be a halt. I mean, there will be a little bit of profit booking will be there, and then it's going to come back. It's going to come to a point of good support, and from there itself, it's going to shoot up once again. That's what I'm expecting, and that's what should be happening if we are on the upside trend. Yeah, definitely we are very much clear about this point, that we are on the upside trend, but we don't know at what point it's going to start coming on the upside once again. So that's what we have to keep a note of, like from which point it's making the W pattern. Because what I've been thinking that at least for 2-3 days it should be hovering around these particular range of wherein market had shown consolidation in the previous days as well. So 18,000 once again is going to be the point wherein we should be keeping keeping our eyes, because if that point will be crossed, definitely the buying will be there for at least 100, 200, 300 points. But as of now the rejection has taken place, so what we need to keep on trailing and we should be just following up with the market trend, that up until which point it's going to take the support. Because as of now you can see that 17,650 to 17,700, this is the range wherein market had spent some good point some good time, and that's going to be also a point of gap up. So it's going to take some support from this particular point, and if this particular support will be crossed, if the level of 17,600 will be crossed, then we can expect the market to fall around the level of 17,500, because that's going to be gap, and gap filling has to be there. So maybe the market's going to fall a little bit just to fill the gap. Maybe that is something which is possible, right? And that's what we can keep an point over here, and we can just keep on looking that if that kind of a level will be crossed. So let's just come back to the 15-minute chart, and basis on that we will be able to understand this in a better way. Because as of now, if we will just look at the SGX Nifty, it is already at a point of 17,658. So that means 17,700 has already been crossed, and it's below that particular level. So there will be a gap down on Monday, just tomorrow. So maybe just gonna a little bit of maybe because people might have taken their put positions. So in the morning, if there will be a gap down, they will definitely start to just go for the profit booking, and there will be a little bit of green candle will be formed just in the morning. And if that will be formed, so let me just open up the 15-minute chart first. That will help us to just understand this particular thing. So what I wanted to mention is that you can see that a good amount of consolidation was there on Friday. Just market was hovering around this particular range, right? So what I have been expecting is that so definitely there will be a gap down on Monday. So as of now, you can see this kind of a consolidation was there in the market, right? So if this particular range will be crossed, we can definitely expect a more fall to come in the market, and maybe the level of 17,500 will be reached. So that point is going to be, let me just take a look, 17,640. If that kind of a level will be crossed, or you can, if you just want to go down a little bit, you can take the level of 17,600 wherein the swing was there, right? So if that level will be crossed, we can definitely expect the market to fall to the point of 17,500, and from there itself, if it's gonna start taking the rejection, and if the point of buying will be there, we can definitely expect the market to just make this kind of a pattern. So let me okay, so what is going on right now, we can expect this kind of a trend, and if the selling is there, we can expect this kind of a consolidation. I mean, if it's gonna spend a little bit of time over here, then we can expect a little bit of fall once again, and then it's gonna start shooting up. So at this kind of a movement might be there in the market, and that's what we can expect. So yeah, that's the only thing which I wanted to share with you all, that healthy price action has to be there, and if that will be there, we can expect some kind of a buying once again to come in, and market's gonna go for the upside movement. So what is the point to take? So if there will be a gap down, right, let's just imagine for a case, I mean, definitely there's going to be a gap down. So what we can expect? So if the gap down will be there, healthy price action has to be there. The market should spend a little bit of time over here. If that's going to spend a little bit of time over here, then we cannot expect the market to go on the upside just all of a sudden. I'm expecting the market to fall once again if there will be a gap down, right? And if the gap will be there, so what we had seen in the previous days, that if there is a gap up, the market just definitely go with the trend and it starts moving up. So if there will be a gap up, well, that's not going to be there. But if there will be a gap up, then we can just follow with the trend, and what we can expect that the price action which we were waiting for, the selling which was there, which was something anticipated in the market, that had already come on Friday, and the market is going to shoot up once again. And if there is going to be a flat opening, I'm just expecting the market to fall a little bit more, at least to the point of 17,500, 450. That might be the case. But on the other hand, if it's just going to go for a little bit of selling, then just from this particular point of 600, it's going to come back and it's going to start moving up on the upper side. So that may be the case. So yeah, that's it from my side. And overall, if you just have to take a look on the sector wise movement for Friday, so all of a sector pretty much was in red. Just the IT was something which we can say that it was flat. Otherwise every other sector was in red. I mean, metal, energy, auto, reality, everything was in red. Though even if we'll just have to take the case that Nifty was already in red, So definitely that had impacted pretty much to the all sectors. So there was one thing which was quite evident. So when the selling had started, because overall we were in the bullish trend, so if the selling was there, then definitely that leads to a little bit of volatility, and that's what we had seen, that's what we had witnessed on Friday, 18.28. So there was a spike in volatility, and because of which the premiums started to go just shoot up. So I was just carrying certain position, and I was in a profit. Like, it was not a very good profit, I would say, but that was in profit. But all of a sudden when the selling was there, so I had shorted some puts around the level of 17,000, right, 17,000, which I had, because on Friday I don't prefer to go closer to the strike price. I just try to carry the position which are pretty much safe and can give me easy profits. So that's what I prefer on doing on Fridays. So Friday was carrying the position of 17,000. So I was in profit just around, like, I was able to capture like 2-3 points from the put which I had sold. So pretty much all of a sudden when the selling was there, the prices got prices of the premiums just shoot up, and that's what lead to everything was in red. And so because of which I had to close my position with no profit, no loss. And so Friday was something which I would say that I was not able to capture the points. So that, yeah, I mean, it was pretty much okay, because on Friday I just target a little less as compared to the other days. And on last week itself, I would say Wednesday and Thursday was the only 2 days wherein I was able to capture the points. Otherwise, not any other day I was able to capture the points in the last week. So pretty much I'm expecting the consolidation to happen for this particular week. And if I'll have to say that what will be the range for this particular week, what I'm expecting is that if it's gonna just take the support from the level of 17,600, then we can expect the buying to come in. But again, at the same time, I'm not expecting the market to cross a level of 18,000 at least for this week once again. So just if it will be crossed, if there will be a good momentum and good buying will be there, then I'm expecting the market to reach the point of 1850 or 18100 at least for this expiry. And from the bottom side, I'm not expecting the market to fall much on the larger scale. Just thinking of closing to be just the bottom side will be like 17,500, and if there will be a major selling, then 17,400. That is something which we can expect, because overall you can see that the consolidation and the time which market had spent was around these levels, and just the gap filling might be there, not a major selling will be there in the market. So talking about the FI and DI's data, so pretty much from the last 2 days we had seen some profit booking, some selling is there, but at the same time FIs are on the buying side, right? So we can witness some kind of a buying to happen once again in the market. Just a little bit of consolidation will be there, just a halt will be there, and overall we are in the bullish trend. So we can expect the market to move once again on the upper side, and we can expect some good closing for this particular week. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. And one thing last I wanted to mention, that I'm just thinking of making a live interview with someone. So if you have any kind of a thought, if you want any special person to have the to have on this particular channel, though I have just shortlisted 2-3 person, so I'll definitely try to get in touch with them so that I can have a live interview with them. So I'll definitely try to make that video in the next coming week, or maybe, because I'm pretty much like preparing for something, so I'm quite busy in doing that particular thing. But at the same time, I'm just thinking of making a live interview with some person. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it from my side. If you like the analysis, just give it a thumbs up, and if you have any kind of thoughts or you want to share any kind of feedback with me, you can just put that in the comment box. And thanks for your time. See you next time. That's it from my side.